Show you how to put Hushmat in the whole floor of this Jeep. In an earlier video, I did say something about putting Hushmat inside the doors, so to kind of help with the hollow sound of that. You can't, when you pull these door panels off, the whole window mechanism's stuck in here, and unless you're really mechanically inclined, you probably don't want to mess with it. But the floor is going to be fairly easy. It's just a matter of getting all your seats out. And for that, you're going to need a decent impact gun or a lot of muscle, because these are Loctited in pretty good. So we got a T45 star socket, 18 millimeter socket here on a swivel, which we need for the back seats, and a 1/2-inch wrench. That's pretty much all you're going to need to get it out. So we're just going to zip this stuff out fairly quick. The seats slide back really easy, and we're just going to show a couple things. The front seats are really easy to do. We'll show you a little bit on the back seat. If we show everything, this video is going to be really long, and we want to keep it short. So let's just stop it here, and then we'll just show a little of the back.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we got the front seats out. We're going to show you how to take the back seats out. You need a long extension and a swivel in order to get to these bolts that are a little bit back. We've taken these out several times. What they do with the Jeeps is they put Loctite on these whole things, and so they're really hard to get out. So if you're doing this and you don't have a really good impact gun, it might be a good thing to go somewhere and have them break all the bolts loose, because you could pull them out in just a few minutes with the right equipment, or you could spend several hours trying to do it. Okay, so once you get these out, see, this is what we want to show you. This lifts up, and then you can get right at these. Okay, then there's just a couple bolts in the back. Same happens with this one over here. And then there's one little piece right here that holds these two together, a little 1/2-inch bolt right here that has to be taken off. And then these come out in two pieces. Pretty easy. So we're going to stop there, show you what it looks like with the seats out. You see it right? Okay, we got all the seats out now. The carpet basically just pulls right up. This section here, there's nothing holding it, just pops right out. Each two front sections, there's a couple of these little plastic bolts. One's right here, and then one's on way up high on the outside. You can just take them off with your fingers, and then this is just going to pull right out, just like so, exposing all the dirt underneath your carpet. The other side's exactly the same way. Like I said, this section just comes out. And then if you're going to do the back one, if you ever taken it out, this just pulls right out. And then all you got is these 4 little tie downs, which I've already taken out, which is a small star socket. And then this carpet's going to pull right out. These wheel wells, if you want to do them, this carpet, there's nothing holding it, absolutely. It's going to pull right out. And I'm going to just throw that in the pile. And this is going to, the Hushmat's going to make a huge difference back here where there's like nothing and your Jeep sounds just really tinny. It's going to really make a difference back here. That's all. Okay, just to give you an idea what it's going to look like, we got all the seats out, we got the bottom all cleaned. What we did is we just wiped it down with a wet rag to get spilled sodas or whatever happened to be on our floor. If you buy the half floor package, it's 15 sheets this size. You can 3 sheets per section up front, which you're going to have some extra, and you're going to be able to fill in a lot of different little spots with stuff you cut out. You're going to put about 4 sections in this spot going up to here, and another section in there. So basically 7 on each side, 1 in the middle, and that's 15 sheets. That's going to cover that. And then we're going to show another 15 sheets is going to get all, you're probably not going to even use them all, to get all up on your wheel wells and everything if you want to cover your whole floor. So we're going to, okay, we're down to our last 3 pieces, putting our last 3 pieces in. I thought I'd show you kind of what it looks like to put in. This stuff's super easy to work with because it's really pliable. It's very sticky also, so if you just peel the whole back off, you'll have a hard, you could stick it on itself fairly easy. What I like to do is just peel a little bit off, about 1/3 of it, after I know where my piece is going to go. I just start sticking it down like that. And if you have wrinkles and stuff, the nice thing about this is you can just push them right down. And with this stuff, it doesn't matter if you overlap, nor does it matter if there's some little pieces that aren't completely covered, because the stuff works so well at dampening vibration. So as I push this down here, I know that they're right in between here. So you can see where the seat holes are at. I'm just going to take a razor knife before I roll it down really good. And just cut that out so I don't have a problem getting my seat back on. Okay, and once you got it stuck in place like that, any of these little pieces you can stick like on the little stuff that you haven't got everywhere. Then you're going to take the roller that we're going to send you, and you're just going to roll it down. The better it's actually stuck, the better it's going to work at dampening the sound. Now when we did up in there, can you see up in that at all? Some of the stuff's kind of, it's folded on top of itself and stuff, and you just roll it down and it comes out relatively flat and nice. And then when you put your carpet back in, it's going to feel perfect. This stuff is super easy to work with as opposed to some other products that are a lot stiffer and aren't as pliable. Okay, so you can just push down into the little crevices, all the little crevices, and get a nice tight feel. Another piece here. It's going to go right here. Now we're going to have to go around some corners, some inside curves like that, so it is going to kind of wrinkle up. We're going to have, can you see this? Now you could cut these out if you wanted to. Not going to make any difference in the final product as far as the way it looks or its performance. And this I was able to really push down nice. And see, it's kind of not tight there. You just push it down. If it has to split a little to get right down in the crevice, it's totally fine. Hammer that down. And you can see it's kind of real crinkly right there, but once you roll it down, it just goes nice and tight. And this is going to make a huge difference. The way that sounds there and that, when I drive this thing on the freeway, it is going to sound completely different. It'll probably sound like a new BMW. I doubt that. Okay, here we are. We just want to show you what it looks like afterward. We've used a whole box, which is 30 sheets. So if you bought a whole floor package, minus about 3 sheets. So if you were going to buy a whole box, you'd use some strips on your roof, which takes 3.5 sheets, and the rest you're going to put on your floor here. And I want you to see there's a few spots where there's some little gaps. There's some little spots up here that aren't completely covered. If you want to take a really long time and not overlap anything, there's probably enough to cover every single inch of this. We overlap some of it. It's not going to really make that big a difference. The stuff, the way it works is that it deadens the vibration. The best demonstration I saw was a little teeny strip on a drum cymbal. And when you hit the drum cymbal, there was no vibration at all. It's just ding. And you probably can't tell through this, but this Jeep sounds completely different when you knock on it. It used to sound really hollow. You hear that? It's going to sound completely different when we drive it. So that's it. That's what it looks like. It's probably a good day job if you were going to do this yourself, to pull your seats out, put this stuff in. Maybe a weekend, actually, you know, if you were doing it by yourself. So that's all. We're going to throw the carpet back in, throw the seats in, and take it for a test drive and see how it sounds.